What's up guys, it's Ernie here, back with another absolutely banging video. I'm home in Minnesota right now. My parents' kitchen, just remodeled it, making some breakfast, and I thought I'd drop some cold weather training tips for you guys. As you can tell, it's a little chilly here. You can look outside, you can tell that it's cold by the snow on the ground. There's 4 main training tips that I want to go through today. And the first one is going to be that you need to wear more clothing than you think you do, especially when you're riding the bike if you're going outside. Now, I think we should all take a good example from the World Tour cyclists, where you look at them in the winter training or even in the spring classics and the fall races. They've all got leg warmers on, they've all got thermal jackets, they've all got booties. And really the main important thing there is that you're protecting your joints and your ligaments. So just keeping your body warm is super important for high performance. Like, you really want to make sure that you're covering those joints up, because that's where a lot of injuries can start, especially in the winter when it's cold and your muscles aren't quite warmed up. You really want to be careful with that. So that's the first thing we want to talk about. Forgot the second one. Clearly not that important. All right. Our second tip, it is okay for you to go slow. Going slow in the winter is your #1 way to have a good summer. I'm telling you guys, if you are willing to spend the time building that base nice and slow, especially just throughout the winter, you're gonna see big gains all throughout the spring and summer because you have a really solid foundation to build on. Actually, my most viral short goes through how I perceive the season, and that's where you really, every year, you're trying to lay the foundation on a house and you wanna make sure it's really stable. And I think there's a lot to be said about doing that. So the other thing is, it applies to workouts as individual sessions. When it's cold, you want to start out slow so that your feet and your hands and all of that stuff can warm up properly. It's really easy, again, point 1, really easy to get injured if 1, your muscles are cold, but 2, you start out too fast while your muscles are cold. It's big no-no. All right, next up, our third tip is don't participate in collective mediocrity. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and bang out some sweet group rides with the boys or do anything like that, but do not plan on a 3.5-hour group ride where you sit at the back of a group and push 28 watts for 3 of the hours is going to be productive. That is going to lead to 1, you getting cold, 2, you probably not eating enough, and 3, not really much of a training stress when you just go out and ride for 2 hours, a little bit higher percentage of your threshold, maybe like 60 to 75% of your threshold. You're gonna 1, stay warm, 2, have a better training stimulus, and 3, use less time of the day. And when the time of the day is short, unless you're in Australia right now, the time of the day here is short. Like in Minnesota, gets bright at 8 a.m., gets dark at 4 p.m. I know in Spain it's like 9 a.m. and it gets dark at 5 p.m. You don't have all day to be training, so don't spend 80% of your day out on the bike doing nothing unless you really have absolutely nothing better to do. And now, the fourth thing, and this is a critical one, is the neck buff. And we'll go to Ernie from yesterday to talk about the neck buff and why World Tour cyclists all over are saying it's the best way to prevent yourself from getting sick. The neck buff, this bad boy. This is your #1 friend. Ben O'Connor and all the Euros, they don't believe in air conditioning, okay? Air conditioning doesn't work, but this will prevent you from getting sick. If you wear this neck buff, not this one, but any neck buff, you won't get sick. Also, guys, I'm gonna be in Clash Daytona this weekend. Give me a shout. I'll be with the Peak Athletic Collective group, leading a group run one of the mornings. If you're interested, comment down below. Can send you more details. Come, if you're in Daytona, hit me up. I'll be there kissing babies and signing autographs. As always, like and subscribe. There's gonna be more content coming your way from my travel day through the airport. Gonna be at the lounge at 4 a.m. at the airport, so it's gonna be absolute swag.